Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Time with TD. Move over, Rover, and let TD take over. Be good or be good at it. God is great always in all ways. I hope you had an absolutely incredible weekend, but more importantly, I hope you have an even better week. So I'm sure everyone at least saw the highlights from President Donald Trump's military parade this past weekend, celebrating his 79th birthday. So this is the thing that absolutely makes my blood boil, right? It cost $45 million, right? It cost $45 million. And I would say that's on the low estimate as well, to be honest with you. I was watching Fox News. I know, Lo siento, I'm sorry, but Fox News is really the only channel that covered all of the military parade. So the commentators even talked about veteran suicide being at an all-time high. They talked about veteran homelessness being at an all-time high. Veterans not getting the health care they need. Veterans not getting the medical care they need, PTSD, whatever it is. Bottom line, veterans not getting the care they need. Remember, this parade cost $45 million. So the Fox News people continued to say that they knew how much the Army appreciated it, right? So they're aware of the suicide rate, veteran suicide rates being out of control, veteran homelessness being out of control, veterans, combat wounded veterans not getting the medical attention they need, medical care they need. All these things, they're aware of it, right? They're aware of it because they're talking about it and they're telling the entire world that America is the monkey's asshole of the rest of the world, that we lead the world in veteran suicide, we lead the world in veteran homelessness, we lead the world in veterans not getting injured in combat, PTSD, not getting the medical care that they need. What do? We throw a parade that costs $45 million. $45 million. Let that sink in. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there would not be, with $45 million, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that there would not be a veteran who needed help that didn't get it with that $45 million. I think that $45 million, it would be close, right? It would be close to end veteran homelessness, for the military veterans to get the health care they need, PTSD, wounded in combat, to bring down the suicide numbers, not lead the world in it. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that $45 million could have completely it could have completely, changed everything. But instead, President Donald Trump chose to throw a fucking parade, right? For me, it's almost like throwing gas on a fire, right? We'd rather spend, and I always say when people show you and tell you who they are, believe them. We'd rather spend $45 million on a parade because we don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck that veteran suicide numbers are through the roof, homelessness, PTSD, healthcare, medical care, all those things, because Fox News is talking about it. They're talking about it, right? It's some repugnant shit. They're actually talking about it, so they're aware of it, right? If they're on TV talking about it, telling the world. And they're coming out and saying, no, we don't give a fuck. We'd rather spend $45 million on a military parade for Donald Trump to pretend he's Putin or Mussolini or Stalin or Kim Jong-un or, whoever, Saddam Hussein, Gaddafi, whatever, for him to play pretend dictator for a few hours. That's how much we don't give a fuck about you. That's the truth. $45 million. That could have eradicated veteran homelessness, gotten veterans the care they need, bring down the suicide numbers, PTSD, all those things. And again, Fox News is aware of it. They're telling the whole world. So it's not like they don't know, they're unaware. They just don't give a fuck. And America and the Americans and politicians, especially the Republican Party, pretend to be patriotic, right? They pretend to be patriotic. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you this. America is probably the most unpatriotic country on fucking earth. That parade made me fucking sick. Love you.